Hey everybody, it's Brittany. Yes, I'm right here. Alright, so I'm going to try this cooking channel on YouTube, and I'm going to post it on my Facebook and Instagram, and I want to try to do this every Thursday night. So, let's get started. What's for dinner tonight? We are making some spaghetti squash. I have my tomatoes already cut up with some green onions and my garlic chopped up. Let me bring it down this way. So, we have, I use the Mediterranean, let's see if we get closer, Mediterranean blend oil. We have some black pepper, seasoned salt, basil. I use a little onion powder, garlic powder, and I'm going to throw some tomato sauce in there. There's my cut up squash. I don't know how many of you guys actually cut up squash or use it or whatever, but the spaghetti squash is amazing. It's absolutely healthy. I think it's way better than actual spaghetti noodles. So, and then here over here I have my ground beef cooking. So we are going to, I'm going to set up over here, and I'm going to start throwing in my seasonings for the ground beef. So first we're going to use some ground pepper. Yes, some pepper in there, and I never ever measure anything. Use a little bit of seasoning salt. Show a little of that. It's garlic powder, and yes, all my seasons are extremely cheap. I get them at King Soopers for $1. They taste just as good. It's not like, you know, I'm not going to go out and buy the most expensive seasonings. There's my onion powder. Choppy ground beef. So I'm going to finish letting that cook. I also use a little bit of basil as well. I love me some basil. It's a sweet basil by Spice Island. Throw some in there, just enough to cover the ground turkey. I only use ground turkey. I never use ground beef. Ground turkey is a lot healthier for you. And I have the stove on 5. It's medium heat. And I'm just going to let this cook for a little bit. I'll come back to you in a minute. And I have my stove on already, or my oven on at 400. That's what I cook the spaghetti squash in. Chop up those little tiny ones. Alright, so I'm not exactly new to this little camera stand, so bear with me. So, I am going to show you what I do with, this is the squash. After I cut it in half, and I just start scraping this stuff out, like this. I don't know if you guys can see that. Just so the seeds come out, because you don't want those in there. So, alright. Put that in my pan. We'll do the same thing for the next one. So, let me show you how I prepared my squash. So I put an inch of water, maybe a little bit more than an inch of water in a glass pan, and I just lay the spaghetti squash right like this, like so, and then I just put it in the oven. So let me set this back up. I typically let that cook for about 20-30 minutes, probably not even that. In about 10 minutes I'll check to see if it's tender. Once it's tender, I will take it out and I scrape all the spaghetti squash into a bowl, and I just let it sit for a little bit. So once it's done cooking, I will come back at ya. See you in a few. don't wash out the pan just because I like the crusty flavor on the bottom. And then I just let that cook for a little bit. A little basil. Some more onion powder. Garlic powder. A little seasoning salt. Don't need too much. And some more pepper. So I'm gonna wait till this starts cooking. I'll probably let it cook for about 7 minutes-ish. Probably not even that. I grab my squash. Ain't that pretty? Okay. We need to raise it down. So I use 2 forks, maybe. And I just scrape all of that out there. So now it's time for the tomato sauce. A little sweet. I like my red sauce sweet. Alright, so I'm going to throw the top on for a little bit. Turn down the heat. And let it cook for, let that cook for about 5 minutes. Then I will throw my spaghetti squash in and let it cook together. And that is it. So I will show you the final product, my final meal, my final creation in a little bit. Mixed in the squash. I will pop that open for you. I hope you guys have a good night, and please place below what your favorite foods are, what you like to eat for dinner. Give me some ideas to help me think of meals for Thursday night. This is my only free night, Thursday night. Try to cook and try on Thursdays, and then I'm going to record it. So give me your feedback and hope to see you soon. Bye.